Let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
an
happy she
impossible
gets a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there?
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or
let's do
could.
it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror.
Mhm.
It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last.
binge it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014. They need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. So 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
That was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
My name.
I'm Josh, and goodbye.
I will.
Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
I'm Alex, and Josh is gonna go
This
goodbye
is
real quick.
episode 245. I saw his Mountain Dew code red and I wanted it, so he has to go get another one.
Yes.
So,
Do you have a significance for 245 at all?
no, we're
No.
way too far in the weeds for that. Do you?
No, Josh started doing
I
it
can
again
look
last
I can look
week.
it up. He probably didn't have one anyway.
You never? Did you have 245?
What?
Did you have the number 245?
No.
Told you, but that's
Sorry.
okay because
I ran down the stairs.
Are you okay?
I hit my knee on the counter, actually, to be honest.
oh, I got one.
What's that?
It's called Penal Code 245. Any person who commits an assault upon the person of another with a deadly weapon or instrument other than a firearm shall be punished by, and then it gave me 3 dots.
Okay.
So now we know Penal Code 245's law section. That's California.gov.
Oh, here we go. Shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 2, 3, or 4 years in a county jail for not exceeding 1 year, or by a fine not exceeding $10,000, or by both the fine and imprisonment.
Okay, so in other words, don't commit an assault upon a person with another with a deadly weapon,
Yeah.
other than a firearm.
Other than a firearm,
So I
so
think that's
That's what it says.
I'm gonna crack mine open too here, Brett. It's like
I'm supposed to wait.
no, we almost need to be sponsored by Mountain Dew
You know
Code
what's
Red.
great
Swear
about
to God.
Mountain Dew Code Red?
What?
It's
good.
I guess this isn't great, but why I like it is it's so easy to drink.
Oh, it's
Like,
easy.
it's not abrasive
Mm-mm.
on your throat or whatever.
Abrasive.
Well, like
Try to
Coca-Cola.
drink a Coke fast and tell me it doesn't hurt.
Right. Okay.
It's more just the air bubbles.
No, it's acidic.
Acidic and carbonation
You know,
together.
you put a nail in a thing of Coke and it'll dissolve in about a week.
I know,
penny.
but for some reason our intestines are still intact.
Right?
So.
That's because the human body is a marvel.
We are
is.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know what's not amazing?
What?
The fucking internet.
I agree.
I hate the internet. I got WandaVision spoiled for
Yep.
me
Yeah, you
day one
did. Yep.
by a
What do you mean
thumbnail.
day one? You've been watching it.
Yeah. We normally watch it on that day, but we missed a day, and that
You
evening,
mean the current episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
the current episode, I got spoiled for me.
How?
It's
On
just
your
kind of like
stream?
they did the Walking Dead episode.
I got WandaVision spoiled to me by IGN Facebook. It was the headline said Vision's alternative comic book origins, and there was a photo of something. If you watch the most recent episode of WandaVision,
You'll know.
you'll know
It's at the very end.
it is. And I was pretty
And they
pissed
posted a
about that.
picture of it. I'm like, why the hell would you post a picture of the very end, like the
Seems like
cliffhanger, basically?
Yep.
seems like that was missed in the editorial phase.
So Alex was like, "Oh," and I'm just sitting there like,
He's like, as soon as we saw the end of the episode, I was like, oh my god, this is so, like, what is this? Is this like a, and then it ended, and then Josh was like, yeah, I hate the internet. He's like, I already knew. I'm like,
because I was on
"What?"
Facebook on Friday, and it said that on Friday, the day it came out. It's like, you can't do that. You can't be doing that. The thumbnail itself explained it. It was upsetting to me. I hate how things just get spoiled for people. There's some people who actually like. I know some big streamers who like if there's a big movie coming out, they have to see it day one, or else they'll get spoiled for them right on their stream.
I
and
believe
stuff.
that.
So, yeah, let's move into some stuff, guys. What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, how was your week, Brett? Work?
It was actually a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
But I did have to do 6 days in a row, so that wasn't as
I thought you
much
said
fun.
8.
Well, it was 8 total, but last week
Oh.
that week
yeah.
was 6 days.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still on the job hunt. Alex is going back half
I'm
time.
still doing half days, but this last week and this week I'm working every single day, but I'm working half day to try to get my like endurance up for going back to work
Mhm.
full time.
Yeah.
And then, one of our 4 pregnant ladies at work, we had one go have her baby last week, and now this week somebody went in a few weeks early and she's having her babies right now. And then next week we're having another one have a baby. And then in 3 more weeks we're having the other one have a baby. So we're going to be down 4 people. So it's all going to be a little chaotic.
Jeez.
And you guys are hiring one in.
Yeah, we're
Hiring
hiring
employee.
and training right now, but it's just kind of all chaos right now. It'll eventually kind of get better. But so yeah, in other words, I'm going to go back to working full time next week, and then after that I'm going to be working like 45 hours a week just to
I hope you
be
can
on the
handle it.
schedule to
Yeah.
help out with everything.
Hopefully I have a job by then. We'll see. No, nothing yet this week. It's Monday, so not a lot of stuff happens on Mondays. Normally Tuesdays through.
Are you getting
Thursdays.
bored?
No, I'm busy
no, he's
enough.
keeping himself busy
I
with
have a lot of stuff going on.
editing and doing things on the computer.
And
so.
I'm also doing housework.
He's helping me around the house, and that's so
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah, like
Except he didn't make you breakfast.
I didn't ask for it though.
Yeah, he could have anticipated that.
I know, but I generally just don't
Seeing
eat very
how
much as soon
you-
as I wake up.
You don't get never mind.
You never eat enough. Basically, you're always starving before the podcast every single
I know,
week.
but
And
my
does it count
stomach-
as when I get up, when you're getting up at 11?
Yeah, but I got
It
up
means
at
you haven't eaten in like at least 12 hours.
yeah, but I got up at 9.
No, you
And-
woke up at 9. You didn't get up.
Yeah, right.
Well, I woke up at 9.
You didn't start your day until later.
And then, like I said, with COVID, like I end up just like getting if my body's not ready yet, like I'm like, all right, 9:00, let's get up. And then if I just sit back down, it's like I get smacked in the face with, no, you need to go back to bed. Like tonight after the podcast, I'm gonna eat. I'm probably gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it's been working, and I will knock out. It's not like, oh, I need a nap for like an hour or 2. It's no, you're gonna be knocked out for 4 to 6.
Yeah, you're done.
That's just how it's been working lately. And then I wake up and my chest is really tight. So
COVID.
yeah, COVID.
Fun stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it for the week basically. I want to talk about the fan question if we can. Go right into it if you guys want to.
Already?
I'm fan.
Let's-
or
let's
I'm fan. I'm fan with it. I'm
You're
fine with it.
fan with it?
Just like last night, you're all that in a bag of what did I say?
Potato.
Potato.
Yeah, you had
chips.
a kind of a short stream last night.
I did.
too,
I
right?
was nauseous and again COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Just COVID.
Yeah. So this week, Alex had this idea. What was the story behind this again?
I got my hair done a couple weeks ago, and the lady.
$9,000 purse.
Yes, the
That
lady.
was on sale.
The lady.
$9,000.
The lady next to me.
Was it a fabric or leather purse?
Leather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
leather. And they were just talking, and she's, oh, by the way, I like your purse. Oh, thanks. I got it at, I don't even remember what she said. The blah blah blah, and I got it on sale. It was only $9,000. I think she said 9, or did I say 5?
You
5.
said 9.
Was it 9?
You said 9.
It was way too much to spend on a purse. I basically was like, you're carrying around a freaking vehicle.
Right. Right. There's
And
a
I
lot-
was like, I just remember like shooting my head down like to look at it. Like I was like, this better look like a diamond or something. And I looked down and I was like, really? I think my purse probably looks better than that. And you're paying for the brand.
yeah.
I don't know what it was. I'm not good with purse names. So
So what is the most you've ever spent or would spend on a non-essential item? A lot of people said cars in their responses that I've seen. So
I would
far.
argue that a car could be essential.
Could be.
I was gonna say a car, like our newest car, we spent a lot of
That
money on,
was
but
essential.
it is essential.
Yeah.
But like when I
But people
bought
can have non-essential, like buying
my Mustang,
Yes.
it was not essential.
so like an extra car, like your dream car.
Do you
or
miss your
something.
Mustang?
There are times that I miss it. I don't miss owning 2 cars
Oh,
and having to worry
yeah.
about double the maintenance or
Yeah.
double the insurance, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Right. No, I think that a muscle car is nice to have if you have that expense.
Plus, gas you gotta buy. For that one, I had to have premium gas.
Mhm.
I had to worry about storing it in the winter. You can't drive it in there. You can, but I'm not going to drive it in the winter.
No.
So it's really it would have had 4 to 5 months per year of fun, and then I throw it in a storage somewhere.
Are you ever going to go back to getting one again, or?
I don't know. Every year when it warms up, I think maybe a motorcycle would be a lot cheaper to have for fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, yeah. One of our regulars on Twitch. He's also one of our followers of the podcast. He has a motorcycle as well. He lives in the middle of the Midwest, Kansas, and he went on a motorcycle ride over the weekend when it was
Nice.
57
degrees.
degrees around the
I
Midwest.
actually saw a lot of people on
A lot
on my
of people.
Facebook that was like, "Oh my gosh, it's
Your uncle did.
I know it's above 45. It's time to ride the motorcycle." I'm like,
Mhm.
45, but with the wind blowing in your face.
I saw one out today, and it wasn't all that warm out today.
No.
No, it was kind of.
No, it was really nice. Was it yesterday that was super
Yesterday it
nice?
was-
Yeah, it was like
it was
56 degrees.
Almost 60.
All that like 12 inches of snow that we got,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Oh my gosh, Layla last night I took her out and she was so
She like looked around the yard
weirded
like,
out.
whoa.
Gone.
She didn't shit on the sidewalk.
No,
No.
no, she
No,
moved
because she
on.
could actually go in the lawn
What's
and
the
not disappear.
what's the most you've ever spent?
You've known me for a really long time, so I've got just one thing in my head that I'm all right with like spending too much money on, or at least I think it's too much.
What?
There was one time I spent like $250 on my hair.
Yeah, and it looked good.
It did. I'm not really sure like if that's like a lot of money or people spend more, but like
Oh, I'm
I
sure there's
generally
more.
don't spend that much money on my hair. But I
No.
think like that's like I came home one day and you were like, it was when we were in Chicago and I got it done. And I was like, before I even gotten that done, I was like, they didn't tell me how much it was going to cost. And I was just like, oh, it's usually like 100, 150 max if I get highlights and my hair being long.
Yeah.
But I had chopped my hair off, so it was shorter. So I got a cut with it. Well, the cut was like 40 plus like washing and stuff was another 40 plus the highlights are like 100 plus like it was like remember they had to like redo my hair because I had red in it.
Yeah.
So it was like they double charged me for it, and then
They
at the
stripped it
end
and dyed it.
they stripped it and dyed it like 3 times, and to get red out of it. And then I got up to the cash register, so I was like, okay, all right, how much does it get? How was the total? And she's like $250 something, and I was like, what? It's like $250. She's like, well, we had to do this, and I'm like, you could have kept me updated on what I did. So I mean, I paid them, but I was like, dang, I'm like, I was expecting at least $100 less than this, but generally I think I usually spend no more than $150 on my hair.
Right.
But I came home and you're like, how much was it? I'm like, you better like it because it was like half of rent.
Oh yes, it was.
Not half, but like, a third of
Yeah,
rent.
it was a big chunk.
It was a big
our...
chunk for us not having money.
Man, I can't really think of anything non-essential other than like
For you
TVs.
is no. I would say for you would be like your consoles.
You can, I guess consoles are always. Like,
you get it as soon as it comes out, for the most part. Until
he didn't get the Xbox One until like it had been out for
I was gonna say until
the Switch.
one. All of your Nintendo stuff, you're like, I gotta have it now.
The Switch, I waited a whole year.
And you still don't have a Series X or Series S.
Yeah, it's been out for a good 4 months.
When the Wii came out, how much was it?
That I waited
$250.
6 months for that.
For it to be in stock.
Yeah.
And as soon as it was, he called me. I'm staring at 2 of them right now. Should I get it? No, honey, we don't have any money
Hey,
right now.
stop with that story.
You know what he did? Came home with it.
You know how much that Wii was? It was only $250. Okay.
You know what? And we spent $300 on it with overdraft
with
fees.
the overdraft. I get it. You bring this up every time.
Because you had to have it.
Yeah, it's great. I'd say actually my computer.
Okay, yeah, I'd say the computer.
But mine was a built all-in-one, so it wasn't really like people like, oh, PC parts. No, I did it all-in-one, so it was like one big purchase at once. So yeah, that was about it. That was about over $1,000, and then all the parts with it all together were building up. So
I really don't think I've I'm really good about. I'm a penny pincher and a saver. I'm not really a spender, so it's really difficult for me to I will go into a store to go shopping and fill my arms up with clothes and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna buy all of it, and then I put it all back by the time I get up to register. Well, not all of it, but I usually go, I don't need this, and then I go up from 15 items in my hand to 2.
That's like a good psychological thing.
It is, because it's like you're supposed to walk around with what you think you're gonna buy for 5 minutes, and then if you still want it, you can get it. If you're deciding still after 5 minutes, just put it back. And that's I've been living by that for a while, and it really helps.
I learned that from a classmate in Chicago, and I think that's where
in Chicago is where I started.
Mm-hmm.
But
because I remember walking around and he was holding a video game, and I was like, "You gonna get it?" He's like, "I don't know, give me 5 minutes." I was like, "What do you mean?" And he told me that story. I was like, "Wow, that's actually
it's a good idea. It's
because
a good idea.
you have it in your hand, like you have the idea that you want it, and then it's like, do I really want it? And you're really thinking about it. It's a great idea to just whether or not you want it.
I think I also for me spending I think my max amount on certain things, if anything's over $20 or $30, I tend to just really think, is this worth $20 or $30?
Most of the time, no.
And then I'll put it back. Or is this something I can get somewhere else? Or is this something I can make myself?
A lot of times you think about, is this something I can get on Amazon cheaper?
Or that. I don't know. That's just how.
We were just talking about that with the pooper scooper because we have to clean up Layla's shit.
Yeah, it's now. I see a lot of people doing that now. When I'm driving, people are out taking pooper scoopers to the lawn.
We got to clean that up.
It's time to clean up the poop.
Yep, Layla had her fun. Now we got to make sure we clean it up.
Right. But yeah, that's me. Probably my hair. That's about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to go cheap on it though.
What?
Hair is
hey, no, you don't.
Hair is something you don't
that's
really
That's
want.
another thing you don't want to either.
You don't have a regular person that cuts your hair, do you?
I do.
Now.
I did for the longest time. Then she moved, and now she's back. So
that's one of those things that you spend a little bit more to have someone you trust do your hair.
Yes. If I just go to Great Clips,
exactly.
I mean, I'll pay with the $15
Right,
to get
you
my
have
hair
a barber
cut.
do your beard.
Well, she used to, but she can't now because we have to wear masks.
Oh.
So do you just do it yourself now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a big boy. You moved up.
It hasn't been.
Do you hate it?
It's not as good as she can do it.
Well, no, of course. You have another eye looking at it.
I have to do it in the mirror.
I don't know. I think it's pretty even.
Looks fine.
It's okay.
It didn't I didn't notice a difference really. To be honest, it looks about the same for us, but you see yourself every day. So
yeah, you'll notice that it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I know.
Yep. So we got Facebook. Jeff, one of our longtime followers and fans of the podcast, said, "My brand new iPad 2020 that I just had to have. I barely use it." That's what he's. That's a non-essential item he's purchased. Like me, I thought that I needed to have an iPad or a tablet, and I've gone this long without.
And see, I have 2, and I use at least one of them every day.
Yeah, you do. Got Paige. She said, "I've spent over $500 on a formal ball gown, which was going to be worn for a gala, but never attended. Luckily, it was money left over from college." Well, that's lucky.
Mhm.
It's definitely not throwing away stuff then. A lot of people were saying that as well. I put this on Discord as well. If you guys are not following our Discord, make sure you are. I'll make sure to put a link in our YouTube channel at the end of the episode. So we got Mighty Dunkey, which is Rob, said, "There isn't an amount that I wouldn't spend if I wanted it. The biggest thing for me so far that I've ever spent on a non-essential item is my Camaro."
Figured that's what
Yeah.
you would say.
Yeah.
He said he's also planning a hot tub. Hot tubs are
Hot dogs
pricey.
are hot. I'm
Did you say hot
leaving.
dogs?
I'm leaving. I need to go to bed. I can't
And cut.
talk.
commercial.
I'll spend $1,000 on a hot dog.
They're more than that.
You can get I don't know how much they cost, but I know that you can get really decent financing with them. A lot of times you can get 0 interest for several years, but with
the
hot
upkeep
tubs,
and the cleaning
exactly,
and
it's a lot of
pipes
maintenance.
and yeah.
Well, it depends on what you go for here. There's some people's. It ranges. It varies.
if
it
you're
really
gonna get a
does.
hot tub, you should probably spend good money.
You can get
on
a
it.
Costco model for $280. I wouldn't trust that.
I don't think so.
No, you want to get it from a place that specializes. in it.
Yes, something that's gonna have a warranty where you're like, something broke, come out and fix it for
Right,
me.
right.
Yeah, like Whirlpool or whatever that brand.
Yeah.
Especially that. And then we got Black Star, which is Brigham, one of our fans of the podcast, said, "I spent over $8K on my motorcycle. I'd spend up to $20K. However, I credit that shit." And then we got Quentin saying, "PC parts and accessories. I'm probably up to 6 to 8K spent, and I'm willing to spend unspeakable amounts more."
Electronics.
Yep.
I've spent a lot of money on my guns.
A lot of people have spent a lot of
Oh,
money
yeah,
on
I
their
didn't-
guns. Yeah. Well, I mean, you put a lot of upkeep into it. I mean, first of all, it's a purchase. The first purchase.
They're expensive to purchase, and then you think you have to. Well, I mean, all the ammo you buy that ain't reusable.
Nope.
Mhm.
No, that's expensive.
Make your own bullets.
Ammo's not too bad, but it will get expensive if you, especially certain calibers, especially now that there's a shortage,
Mhm.
and if you want to stockpile, that's going to get real expensive.
Right. I see a lot of posts on social media of people having that happen where they're clearing out ammo shelves
Yeah.
lately. I saw that cousin Andrew actually.
He
Yeah.
went down to Cabela's, I think, in Indy, and they had almost nothing.
Really?
And that's a outdoor store.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Right. That's very popular. Do you have anything on Instagram, Alex?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I've got Varick, so shout out to him. He
Varick.
said, "I've purchased several items for $1,000 each, but that's really my max amount.
A lot of people have amounts that they won't
Like,
go over.
yeah, just depending on the thing. But like I said, generally, if I'm just
How
out,
much will you spend on a pair of jeans?
no more than $30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, both of you.
Like when we go into Express and we see these like $150 pair of jeans, I'm like, I'm like, really? You're seriously just paying for the brand on
if
the
I had
pants.
to throw away the money.
Jeans.
Oh, they're quality. These are.
They are. I
Express
know
jeans.
they are.
I mean,
They are nice jeans, but I'm saying $150. Hell no,
but I mean,
not
these,
spending
These
it.
weren't that price.
No, we got those on clearance. You just that's if I go into an expensive store, I go straight to the back and go to the clearance section.
Luckily, they have your size
The
sometimes.
yeah, that's the problem. Most of the time.
Most of the time, it's too big or too small.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's that's what I do. And then I've also got I had another one. Excuse me.
You're good. No, the expensive items. I guess the TV would be mine. Really, that's more than a console. I think that I've purchased. That one actually, I think.
We've got Patrick from Paranormal Activity Podcast.
Yeah.
That would be my Xbox and PlayStation. At the end of the day, I could read a book for a lot less.
Well, of
Well,
course.
he got them both right away.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, and like within a few weeks of each other.
And he's so happy with his Xbox.
Oh my God! Let me tell you a story. Oh.
I'm sorry,
So
Patrick.
Saturday afternoon, I was playing Dead by Daylight with him and his wife, and his Xbox remote. He's having the same issue you're having, Brett, where you have to turn
Well,
off.
I only had it once.
Well, he's constantly
had
having it
all the time.
and he was mad. He was like, "I'm about ready to break this effing thing." Like he was really upset.
Didn't he go right out and buy a new one?
His wife did for him. He had to record his podcast on Saturday, and she's like, "Do I'm gonna get you doing?" He's like, "I don't care what you do. I'm just gonna go do my thing." And then she did it for him, so that was nice of her. So yeah, I hear that next gen's still an issue.
Usually is for the first year or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds really bad, though.
Well, and there's shortages, and
right.
they don't seem to care.
Did you hear that
Yes.
Biden's investigating like all big company shortages?
Shortages
I don't understand how you can do that. What are you gonna do? Understand why and then bring it to notice? People.
He's got more important things to worry about.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't want to get into that. So I want to talk about some celebrity stuff here with gaming, real quick.
Do we have a fan topic for next week?
I didn't have anything.
I asked about that today, Josh, because I was gonna. Did
Suggest
we ever do the trilogy question?
Yeah, that was last week.
No.
What trilogy do you want us to do?
No.
What?
Which one?
What makes a good trilogy?
Yes.
Yes,
we?
we've already
Yes.
done that
couldn't
one.
remember.
Yes,
we've
we
already
did.
done that.
Yes.
Because I've got a fan topic that was requested by a fan.
Okay.
Which is obviously in your opinion, what is the best cover song?
Oh, that's interesting.
Sure.
That can go pretty.
So when we started talking about that on my Twitch channel on I think it was Saturday night, and that question came from Juice in the Morning podcast, and was like, "Oh, here's a podcast question for you," and I was like, and then that just sparked a huge conversation on my channel. I'm like, well, because everybody's got like
We
their
never really
favorite
do
cover.
music questions.
Yeah, so I was like, that's actually a really good question. So maybe we'll just go ahead and use that one.
Yeah. So onto the celebrity topics. First of all, Soulja Boy is coming out with another console. He tried already.
Oh, he did.
Back in 2018.
Yes, I remember that. It bombed.
It did. They turned out to be emulators.
It's going to again. Too.
He's back to developing a console, and I don't understand. I don't think he understands what he's up against.
I don't think he does. No, it's not going to work.
Like, first of all, the Ouya failed. The Stadia's failing.
Mm-hmm.
You're only looking at Switch, PlayStation, and of course PC and Xbox.
Yeah,
so those
that's
big
it.
four.
Mm-hmm.
Mobile gaming, of course, is starting to be its own console platform, which is it's true. It really is. But I mean, all these other consoles that have come out have failed because the backing behind it. I mean, not necessarily the backing, but they're only third-party stuff. And didn't Apple do a gaming thing? I thought they were gonna do a gaming thing.
Yeah, but I haven't heard much about it lately.
Maybe they just kind of quieted that down. And then the other news I wanted
Well,
to bring,
Amazon was doing something too, I think.
Stadia.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's not doing very well. Google, or was that Google? Google has one too, but yeah, no, they're all just none of them are working. So over the weekend, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
What did he
funny.
say about it?
No,
This is funny.
he was playing Madden, and he rage quit
After 15 minutes.
after 15 minutes.
Are you kidding? Is it on video?
Oh yeah, I watched the video.
Is it
I
funny?
wrote some notes down.
Is it funny?
Well, first of all, he was playing as the 49ers against the Washington football team. So think about how good those teams were this year.
Which was it, Madden 21?
Yes.
Okay.
He played before the 2-minute warning. He was losing 14-0. So at that point, he was really pissed off.
Was he playing the computer or against
Yeah.
somebody?
Computer, I think.
Jeez.
I'm pretty
Was
certain.
it on like all pro or
Maybe.
all Madden and difficulty?
You know, I didn't read if he was actually playing against somebody online, but he wasn't talking to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
he had he was in the red zone after the 2-minute warning, and he got an interception. Like they intercepted his ball, and then
What'd he do?
and then the next play, he sacked their quarterback
Uh-huh.
back to the 35-yard line. 65-yard pass, touchdown.
From the other team?
Yep. Yep. He rage quit, shut off his Xbox, walked away, and left his stream running for 7.5 hours.
Oh my god,
That's the funniest part.
really? That's funny.
Can you? I've rage quit from video games before.
Yeah, I have Fall Guys.
Yes, you have too, Fall Guys.
Yes.
And I don't think I've ever done that big of a temper tantrum of leaving.
I'm sure he didn't even care that his stream was running.
Probably
did it
not.
on purpose.
Absolutely. At the end of the stream, you see him walk up in a completely different wardrobe,
Obviously.
and
He's probably had a
Just-
little something to calm himself
oh,
down.
he was smoking it on stream.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I was like, how did he rage quit? It's Snoop Dogg. He's always in a good mood.
I know, right? That's what I thought so too. He was playing football, and I was like, I have rage quit Madden before. I have, where I'm just like, I'm just not.
Yeah. I've
I
heard you.
have.
I've heard you yelling at the TV.
Well, I mean, sometimes bullshit happens, I mean, Patrick knows. He's been there. He was playing against me. He freaking came back. I had like a 21 deficit, and he freaking come back.
You two playing downstairs.
Hey,
like,
that was. Was that intense or what?
Yes, you guys were yelling back and forth at each other.
Yeah. So yeah, I have you ever done that bad in Madden, Brett?
Like you rage quit.
Or that you've been down 21-0?
I'm sure it's happened. I don't recall
Before
it
the
in
half?
a single instance, but I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah. How good are you at Madden?
Well, I don't play any higher than not the lowest, but the next one up, which I think is pro.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. There's sometimes when I can't run the ball to save my life,
Right.
but I don't generally want too much of a challenge.
Which Madden do you like? You haven't played the new one, right?
I haven't played 21. I'm
No.
still on 20, and I like 20.
20's great. I was playing that last winter. I don't think I have it installed anymore. I'll have to check it out again. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. That's pretty bad. Rage quitting games, man. I've done it before. Have you have Fall Guys in you?
Yeah, Fall Guys. I can't think of
Brett,
another game.
have you ever rage quit a game?
I know I have, but I don't remember what. It hasn't happened in a long time because at this point I don't play stuff that I don't want much of a challenge,
What do you
and
want?
that's where I just want to enjoy what I'm playing. And
Oh.
That's why he
for
doesn't play
me-
Halo with us anymore.
Or Call of Duty.
Or
well,
Call
yeah,
of
because
Duty.
I'm not good and it's not fun. So why would I want to do it?
Hey, you know what?
No one's ever just good at it. You just have to play and play and play, and you get better.
You have to figure it out.
I don't
guess.
want to.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through the rough times to get to the fun, and I put that in quotations.
Right.
Yeah.
I've
Right.
never really loved matchmaking, death match type stuff.
Really?
That's my forte. I love it.
Yeah, I hear that Patrick kind of made you mad with his response when we were about to play Gears with you Saturday, but we said season 2 of
Oh,
Call of Duty.
Season 2 just came out. And
Well,
we're like,
it's
well,
my favorite thing in the gaming industry to do is make fun of Call of Duty. So,
Right. Right. I mean,
it's a drug.
and because people claim to be gamers when all they play is Call of Duty and Madden, and that's the only thing they ever play.
whoa, is there someone you know like that?
Like the majority of people that play Call of Duty, because there's it's the best selling game every year.
So you think they want to do those too?
Yes.
Really?
And even IGN personalities have admitted there's gamers out there who buy 2 games a year, Call of Duty and Madden. That's the only thing they play.
Well, I don't like Madden.
I've never heard of that before. That's interesting.
It's crazy.
That would
because-
be a niche,
Oh yeah.
I like Madden, but I mean, I also
I like
other
Call of
games.
Duty, Halo, and Gears are my favorite
But you don't
shooters.
play anything in Gears other than Horde.
because it's very.
You like
it's,
to dog her for every
it's-
single time she mentions Gears of War.
It's very similar.
Because
to-
there's only one thing she likes
She's
to
the one
play.
who listed Gears. I just
I know, but
said
I'm
the
saying
obvious.
I like.
Okay, so she only likes matchmaking in Halo. Doesn't mean she has to not be a Halo gamer.
She didn't play the.
I like the competition.
She,
of it.
she's never
Right.
played a Call of Duty campaign. You're gonna dog her for that?
I prefer the narrative,
Yes.
not the competitive part.
Okay.
The only stories I've super gotten into that I liked was BioShock, South Park Stick of Truth, which was a 10 out of 10. Amazing.
You bring that up.
I love it.
Tomb Raider, of course.
And then Tomb Raider. Or did I say Halo?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never played Halo for the longest time, and then I finally had gone through them, and I liked them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for me to do a narrative because it's like I'm so like ADD when it comes to gaming that I can't absorb the story, I guess, because I just want to like go kind of thing.
Gears is a little more flashy. So you might be more into
Is
it.
Gears a lot like just playing Horde, but with a storyline?
No, it's
Disagree.
relatively linear.
But
Okay.
you're doing wall to wall.
It's a cover shooter.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Horde.
Okay.
As
That's
far
what
as
I'm
cover
trying
shooter
to say.
you're not like doing any extra. I mean, you might you do.
Well, how is Firefight
vehicles.
not just like the Halo campaign?
Firefight is like Halo, but it's just waves.
That's
Well, actually,
we're
no,
making the
even-
same argument
I'm
here.
even gonna say that too. Yeah, it is the same thing. It's the same thing.
That's what I said. That's
I
what I
know-
meant.
I
But
know.
you said no.
You did say no.
Yes. And I
What?
said yes. Yeah, you said Horde is
said
nothing
no.
like the
Like
campaign.
the story.
Well, I guess I didn't realize in what tense you meant that is.
Yeah.
In.
As in, is the gameplay any different? Like, is it any? Are you doing?
I said, is it like Horde, but
Well,
with a story?
isn't the gameplay in Call of Duty matchmaking multiplayer the same as in the?
No. No.
How
Actually,
is it not?
in
It's
campaign?
a first-person shooter.
in campaign. Oh, in campaign, you have auto shot.
Isn't that what we're talking about here?
I'm talking about gameplay. When you're killing somebody in campaign and killing somebody in the multiplayer for Call of Duty, there's a difference there. Because when you're doing it in campaign, all you have to do is just flash left trigger, you'll auto aim to them. You won't do that in multiplayer.
Okay.
So there's different gameplay stance. So it's easier to kill some people in Call of Duty's
Unless you're on
did
campaign.
not know
veteran.
hmm Yeah, I didn't know
Try
that
doing
either.
that on veteran without using cover.
Oh yeah, well I won't do that. Does that give you a supreme status, Brett?
No.
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 But I know you guys haven't played Call of Duty on campaign on veteran, and I have a lot.
Which ones?
I think let's see. I started doing it with Modern Warfare, and I did Modern Warfare 2, and I did Black Ops.
Is that fun gameplay?
And I did Modern Warfare 3. That's the kind of challenge that I do like until I
Really?
literally can't do it.
Okay. I didn't think that was something that was what you considered the challenge that you like, but
I think
it makes
because
sense. Yeah, a little harder.
In I guess it's more realistic in the sense that on veteran, if you're out in the open and you get shot once, maybe twice, and you're dead.
That's hardcore.
That's hardcore. Yeah.
That's our hardcore
That's
team
how I like
deathmatch.
to play it.
If you get shot in the head, you're out. If you get shot in the body twice, you're dead.
Yep.
That's hardcore team deathmatch. That's how we play. So yeah. Speaking of Call of Duty, do you guys want to go into the movie club? Talk about
Certainly.
1917.
I was like, what? How is
It's
that?
it's
I
a
get it.
warfare.
I know what you mean now. But
Yeah.
I was like, speaking of what? I'm like,
So 1917, that was
Yeah.
the movie club movie of the week, and so the synopsis of this movie is April 6, 1917, the same day the U.S. entered the World War I. As a regiment assembles to wage war deep in enemy territory, 2 soldiers are assigned to race against time and deliver a message that will stop 1,600 men from walking into a deadly trap. Starring Dean Charles Chapman, Charles McKay, Daniel Mays, Colin Firth, and Benedict Cumberbatch. What'd you think, Brett?
I liked it.
Yeah? Yeah,
Mhm.
for a World War I movie, it's definitely one of its own. Because not a lot of people make World War I movies.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think the Pacific Theater.
maybe it's just because that war's so old. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there's just a
There's
different.
not enough people alive to share a unique story anymore.
I don't know. Not necessarily. It was only a decade or two prior to. So. Yeah. I love this movie. I was actually really excited to rewatch this. The direction with one camera is really interesting and engaging. Brett, you like Sam Mendes, right? The director, because you like Skyfall.
Yeah, I don't know if I like him, but Skyfall is really the only other notable thing to me that he's done. I don't know what else he's done. So
He did Spectre, he did Jarhead, and he did Road to Perdition. Those are some of the big ones that we would know.
mhm.
I never saw Road to Perdition, but I hear it's good. But we did watch Jarhead, which they made that into a trilogy. Did you know that?
Yes.
I never
the
saw
the
those other
2
ones.
and 3 were straight to video, I think.
Were they? Okay. Yeah. I really like the cuts of the camera. The shortest unbroken shot is 39 seconds before there's a transition. The longest is 8.5 minutes.
Is that
Wow.
the
So
beginning?
So that is the longest scene. I
That's
don't
the
know.
beginning of the movie.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I believe that's the beginning of the movie.
There's camera cuts all over the place that you don't
Mhm.
see. A lot of swipes and camera transitions that are pretty awesome.
Now, if I wasn't told that ahead of time, I really wouldn't have thought about it while watching this movie.
Right.
That there
That was
are
one of the
no
things
cuts.
that I think drove us to watch this movie was because it was shot differently and more challenging. So I kind of just wanted to see how well that could go, and it we read into it how they had to wait if it was a rainy day or a sunny day, then they had to cut one day, and then they had to wait a few days to reshoot because they had to wait for the same type of weather.
Yep.
And then get the camera exactly the way it was and the people exactly the way that they were.
Now, what I did think was interesting is because of the filming it that way, when you think about the actual journey that Schofield ends up going on, he really didn't cover that much distance.
It's not. No, it's literally miles.
He said it was
Yeah.
like 9 miles, I think, is
Yeah,
what it
which
was, right?
Even that sounds like more than I would have guessed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, and
A lot of time goes by though, just because he passes out for hours.
Well,
Well.
they have to make it there by the next morning, right?
Mhm.
Yes, and he gets there like right as they're about to
Right.
fall. I mean, right as
Right
they are
at the
going over the
edge,
edge.
yep.
Yep. So the thing that you're talking about with the camera work, they had to work with the lighting so well that in fact there was one scene where they had to do it over and over multiple times to where they they got so pissed off at it because there's a lighter that was supposed to light on cue and it wouldn't. So they lost an entire day of filming because
Oh
of the
my
lighting.
god.
Yeah, that's one of the stories that one of the extras was talking about. It's a really good film. There's a lot I can say about this. I got actually notes on here.
Very realistic, I
Mhm.
think.
I agree. It's
I
inspired.
like every little detail about them being in the trenches and seeing like
Yeah.
I was trying this time because I had already seen the movie that I was
To
focused
look.
more on them, that I was trying to look at like the scenery and the extras and the detail of the extras, and they made it like very
Very good. Yeah.
realistic.
It's inspired by Sam Mendes' grandfather's experiences in World War One. It's an autobiography by Alfred Mendes. One of the things that I saw noticed in here was the trenches. They only dug 1,500 or 5,200 feet of trenches. That's under a mile. That's not that
Wow.
much.
To shoot
actually.
for?
Yeah. That's not
Really?
that much.
Well, they made it seem like it was
There was a lot.
a lot.
Well, so when he did that run at the end,
yeah,
that was one of the most intense scenes for the movie.
yeah.
That was only a quarter mile.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that
gotta-
seemed like it was a lot more than that.
I wonder how many takes he had to do because I imagine he would have got tired.
Yeah.
Right. Let me read into that. I actually got some notes on this. Well, the cinematographer got over 40 awards for this movie, so that makes sense. A lot of people were talking about the alcoholism in this movie. You see a lot of people drinking.
Yeah.
In World War I, rations included 2.5 ounces of alcohol.
Yeah.
Soldiers behind the lines got it twice weekly. The front line got theirs daily. They doubled the rations to those who were going over the top. You'd be hammered going up.
Well, I'm
Well-
sure the life expectancy for the front line is not
It's like
long.
0.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Especially in just watching that, like you're going into an open field, like you're just, all right, go ahead, go, whistle blows, all right, bye.
Yeah.
Just like when the guy got the note, and he's like, we have to cross over no man's land. He's like, nobody does that. And then he just he takes his alcohol, he opens it, sips it, throws it on like holy water, and goes,
Mhm.
all right, good luck, see you later. He's like, no, I'd really appreciate it if the Germans didn't get their hands on this flare. So if you could do me a favor, if you do
Throw it
get
back.
hit, please just throw it back. I love his attitude towards. He's like, all right, you guys are fucking crazy, but go ahead.
Right.
You got orders, man.
So yeah, the war broke out in July of 1914. That's when World War I started. Everyone thought that the war would be over by that Christmas. And Christmas of 1914, both sides, the German and British, ceased fire and sang carols. They mingled with each other and exchanged gifts and played soccer.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know
then they
that-
went right back to
on
killing
Christmas
each
Day.
other.
Well, that
Yep.
reminds me of
Yeah, they did.
like the scene in the Patriot. Now that's the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Where the redcoats get to Mel Gibson's house.
Yeah, the house.
It's like, hey, thanks for taking care of these soldiers. And they were going to not kill them. They're like, here's your wounded back. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dragoons pull up and they're like, I'll kill everybody. And I was like, holy crap, we can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like a respect kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of respect, George McKay, the guy who plays Schofield, the main character, he never left a day of shooting without shaking everyone's hand on set. He knew everyone's name,
Mhm.
had time for everyone on set, all assistants, all runners. He knew everyone. He spent a lot of time learning about them and their lives.
Wow.
Isn't that what Keanu Reeves did too?
Kind of.
I think that I remember
Keanu
hearing-
is just as genuine of a.
It was
of a
that
person.
and who plays John in
And-
Game of Thrones?
Oh. God, are you talking about Kit Harington?
Yes.
Yeah.
So apparently he was kind of like that too.
Really?
With all of his extras.
You had to make me go back to Game of Thrones.
Yes,
I haven't
I know.
thought of that.
I remember hearing like when we were watching like the behind the scenes and stuff, and they're just like, yeah, this guy was super nice. He would always like if you wanted a picture with him or you just wanted to sit down and talk to him. Like, I was like, oh, that's cool.
The final scene was the very first take.
I pointed that out.
Yep. And so while Schofield's ending and beginning bookend each other, so do Blake's with him laying on his back on the grass.
Technically, yes, you're
Yep.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. But I love this movie. It's one of my top 3.
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it.
So one thing I've always had tremendous respect for military veterans, and when I look back, at like World War II movies and now this, what those two and then end up being just Schofield went through and their kids.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too. I'm
It's
like, these
just-
guys are like not even 21. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think.
The actor was 25 while filming.
I know, but I was thinking
So
like
that's what
in,
that's
in
who he was
real
portraying.
life.
He was portraying
Yeah.
that age.
But if you think about it, like, at 18 is when you could get drafted. And I'm like, man, they're just babies.
And what is troubling is I read a story this week about how this history teacher in a Zoom class, his students, and I think they were high school students, did not know who Hitler was.
There's some I've been seeing on TikTok of kids not knowing a lot of history.
And it's just sad.
It probably all just depends on the school's curriculum, what they teach and what they're allowed to teach. Or
Okay, in high school,
Mhm.
you're taught World War II before high school. I was taught World
I
War
was
II in middle.
taught war back in elementary.
Okay, so I was just at least saying.
I don't
you
know what they're
should-
being taught
I
now.
don't know if I had a history class until at least 6th grade.
Yeah, I
wanna
think
say
so. Maybe fifth.
I want to say fifth. Yeah.
I've been to many schools.
Like I
so.
can remember getting the book out and like looking at certain things about war. Like I mean,
Right.
it was like obviously like just the very like
History was social studies in elementary.
yes,
school,
that's what it was
maybe.
called with social
Yeah,
studies.
you
but
still
like
learned about some old stuff.
yeah,
but it was
like
at-
you learned about the
The
war,
basic
war,
things.
But
the
I
basics.
think we spent a significant amount of time on World War II.
Yeah,
Everyone, because
everybody
there's so
did.
much information about
everybody
two that
did.
they just share. I know nothing about one. Apparently, there's a lot of poison gas in one. Don't know anything about that. No one talks about it. No one even has any information. I mean, the History Channel, of course. I can go there and watch some stuff. But
Yeah, I was gonna look up some stuff, see what kind of videos there were on World War One, just because, like you said, I don't remember if we went. I don't think we spent a lot of time on it in school, and if whatever time we did spend, I don't remember a great deal of it.
I couldn't even tell you who the leaders were in World War
Yeah.
One. Couldn't even tell you. So yeah, it's kind of sad because it's like our history is kind of dying. People are just moving on and doing other talking about
the
different things.
further away, and we're almost 100. Well, we are 100 years.
We are
removed
100
from-
years.
World War One. Yeah.
World
World
War
War
One.
One. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. that's-
Well, yeah. Well, this came out in 1917. We went into the war in
14.
Wait, what?
You just said it started in.
Sorry, it started in 1914, but we went into 1917. So yeah, we're already over
Okay.
100 years.
Yeah.
And this came out in 2019. So
Yeah. Over 100.
yeah, that's kind of crazy. This was the first war film to be nominated for Academy Award and won in almost 50 years.
I would have thought Saving Private Ryan was
Mm-mm.
nominated.
My gosh, what
there-
did you guys think about him sliding down in the trench and putting his hands through the person?
Pretty gross.
That was disgusting.
gross.
The
I
rats.
couldn't get it out of my head today of
Dude.
like having your hand cut open and then you just slide into
into the corpse.
The corpse.
So basically, these two guys, to give a real quick breakthrough, these two guys are called to go 9 miles to send this message to another fleet to stop.
I was also thinking, wow,
That's it.
100 years later, you know what we could do? Boop, 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 boop. Hey, if you could call off
They,
tomorrow.
they cut the
I
line.
know that they cut the phone lines, but I'm saying today. Today is there
wireless
so,
communications are so
yes,
different.
It's so much like just okay. This movie could have been solved in a second today, just
a
like
cell
Home
phone
Alone.
could have solved the movie.
Yeah,
Times.
yeah,
Cell
just like
phone
Home
could-
Alone.
Cell phone could have solved the movie. 9 miles.
Well, this was even before Morse code.
Was Morse?
No.
Titanic had Morse code.
No, this is not before.
okay.
No.
Well, I just happen to think of when communication is down, like in Independence Day, they use Morse code.
Right. But you have to have a line connected, I guess. I don't know. That's just. But here's the thing. Here's what's really sad about this movie. I mean, it's World War One first of all. The big thing is, it's not uncommon for this story to be actually true because they would send two soldiers to go send messages.
Yeah.
So most of the time, soldiers did not get there on time
I believe it.
for changing messages of how the war should be changed. So
Mhm.
even though they did it because they wanted to get, a small scout to get out, it still was a bad idea because most of the time either they never got there on time, they died on the way. The craters, they were talking about the craters and stuff.
Yeah.
And Brett, you were saying it, they got mud all over their boots. You can get stuck. People got stuck in those craters and starved.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy
It's
how
heavy.
bad.
I told you that while they were walking and
Very
they were
heavy.
zooming in on their boots. I'm like,
Mhm.
I just remember playing outside in the mud all the time, and yeah, you get your foot stuck in even all the way up to like your knee, you ain't gonna get out.
Right.
Like you need a friend to pull
I
you
have
out.
been knee deep, thigh deep.
I've been hip deep.
Yeah.
Ask Amanda about it.
Have you been stuck in mud, Brett? Ever lose
I've
your
ever been
shoes?
stuck. I did lose my shoe. once.
Oh, everybody's lost their shoe in mud.
Kind of reminds you of Ferris Bueller when he gets it stuck in the garden.
Yeah.
You mud. So I'm gonna give this movie a 9.5.
Yeah,
I'll go
I would go with
8.5.
a 9. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's up there. There's not really much wrong with it.
Do you guys have like a top 3 with a honorable mention war movies? I can name mine real quick so you guys can give a second to think. 1917, of course, Black Hawk Down, and Saving Private Ryan, with an honorable mention to Dunkirk.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Dunkirk's really good too.
So those are really good ones. A lot of other ones that people go for are like Full Metal Jacket. I've seen that.
I've
one.
just not watched that many war movies. I've watched the ones that you just mentioned.
All of the ones that I've mentioned.
Yeah, because I told you I was like when I was growing up, that was like the one subject that I did horribly, and all the way through I think until about junior year is when I started to get interested.
You ever
in
see Tears of the
history.
Sun?
Okay, so
No.
that's my number 1.
Really?
Yeah, I love that movie.
You know how inaccurate that movie is.
Never
I
seen
love
it.
it.
It's Bruce Willis as a what is he?
It's a SEAL team. He's
Yeah.
a lieutenant that has command of a SEAL team.
You do like 13 Hours in Benghazi?
Oh yeah. I do like that
Is
one.
that considered a war movie? Because that's more like
Well, I looked it up. It's
former
considered.
soldiers
It's a
doing
war
like-
action movie. Yeah.
doing like security for embassy.
I mean, it was considered it on Google as
So
labeled
mine
as such.
is Tears of the Sun, Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
I do
Black
like
Hawk-
Saving Private Ryan.
Well, yeah, Saving Private Ryan is. Do you have an honorable mention?
No.
Letters from Iwo Jima was World War II. That's a question we have on YouTube here. Letters from Iwo Jima. That was the one with that was Wind Talkers. I'm thinking about.
That was Mel.
Yeah, Mel.
Or was it Nick Cage?
Nick Cage. Mel Gibson was
We
were soldiers.
We were soldiers.
That one is messed up. There's a scene where you see somebody
I like-
pick somebody's legs up and their skin
It's not war,
peels.
but I like G.I. Jane. It's not war,
It's a
but that's like
military movie.
It's
it's a
something.
military movie. I
There
really
is
like
combat
that
at the end.
Is there?
one. That is true. There
They
is.
get deployed.
Yeah,
I've seen the movie, but I don't
Yeah.
remember the combat.
It's a good movie. I like
Alex
that.
wanted to show this to me while we were dating, and I was like, I don't care about.
I like
Moore.
that one.
Sorry, she's not my.
I'm
She's
not
not
a
my
huge
thing.
fan of Debbie Moore, but I like my cousin
You like
Heather
that
had
movie?
showed me that movie, and I was like, wow, I
Well,
really
yeah.
like this movie.
Right.
I think that movie is the reason, honestly, why, like, when I was younger, because I saw it when I was really young, that I said I was like, if I don't know what I want to do after high school, like, that movie made me want to, like, go into a military or Navy or, just some type of form of
Silence.
training.
Oh, we got Layla.
You're
Coffee.
okay, Layla.
Well, they can't hear her on the mic.
You're
I can
okay.
hear her.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna look real quick through my movies,
Okay.
see if there's another military movie that I like.
Do you have an idea of a movie you want to watch next week, Brett? It's your choice.
Oh crap, it is. Well, good thing I'm looking at my collection here.
We were.
So you didn't like my choice last time.
What was that?
Fire with Fire.
Oh, it wasn't.
I said it was.
very-
I said it was
wasn't
like.
good. No, even I said it's not a very good.
It
movie.
wasn't very. I don't like. I forgot his Josh. It's not Josh, is it?
Josh Duhamel.
Duhamel. I can't stand him
Yeah.
as a lead. He was not very.
I
good.
wasn't. Yeah.
His acting is very.
I don't think he was meant for a lead in that movie.
Yeah, Wind Talkers did have a really good. That was a really good story too about the Navajo doing. They were able to talk to others to get behind enemy lines because the Japanese were able to understand all the other languages but Native American.
Really? That sounds very
That's what Wind
interesting.
Talkers
I've
is
never
about.
seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds very. I might have to watch that.
Oh, there's one I forgot. Lone Survivor.
Yeah, that's the.
Is that based on true story?
Wahlberg?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wind Talkers?
Wind Talkers is
Yeah?
That's you. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean.
Sweet.
it's-
Well, I'll have to watch that like this weekend, like a you and me night.
Oh, you really want to see that?
Yeah, that you just told me that. I'm like, wow, that sounds cool. Like I wanna watch that.
We got to get through the Back to the Future.
I know, right?
You maybe could consider Predator. Maybe.
Dude, I'm not watching Predator.
No.
As a military movie.
I've-
Oh, I
Predator.
thought you meant like you
No,
were
I
gonna
haven't.
pick Predator. I'm like, I don't want to watch
and
Predator.
then there's the Rambos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are those war movies though? There's just a vet who
Yeah,
went off
he's
the
in.
rails.
Well, so the first Rambo, no, because he's home and he's facing off against police.
Right. He's
But
military police.
2 and 3, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking at military
You're
movies.
good.
I'm almost done though.
Are you gonna pick a military movie? Or are you just picking?
No,
honorable
I was
mention?
just seeing if there's got to be something that I forgot.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Like Flags of Our Fathers.
Hmm.
A lot of. Actually, Gods and Generals. That's a Civil War one.
Yeah,
Well,
you
of
guys
course-
are naming things that
Of
I've
course,
never even
the
heard
Patriot.
of.
Oh yeah, the Patriot.
Which I
I
just
do.
talked
Hey,
about
I
and
have
forgot.
seen the Patriot, and I do like that.
They don't have to be World War II movies, of course. You know.
There's a lot of World War II
What was
movies.
one before Gods and Generals?
Actually, no. There's a Holocaust movie that I really like.
Schindler's List.
Nope.
No.
Devil's Arithmetic.
I've seen
It was a
that.
book
Never
that
even
I
heard of
read.
Yeah.
The Devil's Arithmetic is a really messed up book.
I
But a
remember
really
this.
good book. We watched it.
Wow.
We watched the movie. I think in like 7th or 8th grade. I think the lead is Kirsten Dunst.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me look it up. I remember this movie.
But it was really good. I would not mind watching that again. But it was very realistic, and it brought that book very much to life. And it was based on a true story about someone getting out of the concentration camps.
Have you guys seen The Substitute?
Yes.
That sounds very familiar. Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking up the Devil's Arithmetic. I'm seeing the book. I'm not seeing.
It's either that or it's not. I don't think it's called Devil's Arithmetic. I think it's called something by numbers or
It's not Murder by Numbers.
no,
is
not
it?
Murder by Numbers. But I think it's. I don't know if it's called the Devil's Arithmetic like the movie, but it's
No, it is
based,
the movie.
It is. It is called Devil's Arithmetic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's Kirsten Dunst.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it back in like 2002 or
Look at
3.
you go. Look at you go.
Yeah, there you go. I'd say that's up there for me because I just remember the end of it, and it's like it makes you like she gets put in a gas chamber,
Mm-hmm.
like she goes like back in time or something, and she doesn't realize it, and like goes back and she's like her grandma or something, and at the end she gets put in a gas chamber. And I just remember watching it, being so like drawn into it in like 6th or 7th grade, and like she technically like dies or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just remember like feeling what she was feeling, like, oh my god, because they show you in the gas tank and with all the naked people that are starved to death, and then like they turn the gas on and like you just see her vision like go bad and like she can't breathe, and I'm like, oh my god, why are they showing this to me? I'm so young. And then I don't know, I really
Came out in '99.
was it really
Yeah.
okay, so it was only a few years old when I watched it.
Have you guys seen The Negotiator?
That sounds familiar.
What's it about? Who's in
Is
it?
that Samuel
Sam
Jackson?
Jackson and Kevin Spacey.
I'd be okay with watching that because
I don't think I've seen that.
It's about Sam Jackson is framed for the murder of his partner, and he basically sets out to find who
Right
framed
his
him.
wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Never heard. I think
It's-
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
It's early 2000s, late
it's
2000s,
in
late
90s.
90s. Yeah,
98.
yeah. I remember seeing the ads for that.
Well, I'll give you a choice between that and Captain Ron.
What the fuck is Captain Ron?
I've heard of that, but I have
Captain
no
Ron
idea what it
is an
is.
early 90s comedy with Kurt Russell and Martin Short.
No, I'm good with the negotiator.
I think the negotiator sounds good.
I don't think we
Okay.
need a combi yet.
Now, before we move on,
Yeah.
I challenged myself today in about, I think I did this in less than 5 minutes to come up with a trivia question for each of the movies that I did last week.
Another one.
And actually I forgot a question last week, so I asked that question plus a new question from that movie.
You'll have to remind us what the movies
Oh, these
were.
are the random movies.
And this is just random trivia.
Random trivia. Okay.
Random trivia.
Random Brett trivia.
See, I was listening to the show today, and I'm like, I wonder if I could do that again, and how fast it would take me.
Do you double check yourself?
I only ask questions that I, especially when I'm under the gun, that I know the answers to.
Okay.
So you want to take a shot at this?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, we're guessing the movie and the answer to the question, right?
Sure, but you should.
Are they the same movie or
They're
not?
the same exact movie. I did question for
Are
question.
they? Oh, well, we don't remember the order.
You're right. So,
well, you'll probably remember.
so why won't Ace's car start?
Oh, geez. I don't remember. I just know the guy's coming at him and breaking the
It's flooded.
glass. And
There you go.
he does
Correct.
say it's flooded.
Engine's
It's
flooded.
just flooded. We'll just wait a minute.
Oh, that's
Or we
right.
can- or we can
we'll
try it now.
again. Yeah, we'll try it now.
Yep.
Now this, I forgot this question. I won't tell you. You'll be able to know because the name is in the question. But I forgot this question last week, and I was found out when I was reading the list because I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to
So
ask
we'll
that.
know the movie.
Yes. What college does Forrest play football for?
Forrest Gump. Alabama State.
No.
No?
I don't remember.
It's Alabama, not Alabama State.
Oh.
Okay.
University of Alabama.
Correct.
Okay.
How much money does Forrest get for endorsing a ping pong paddle?
I don't know, $1 million is some kind of crazy amount.
I thought it was 150,000.
No.
What?
25,000.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know. I just know
Now
that
this was in like
back then.
the early
like
80s.
yeah,
early
like it was like
80s.
some ridiculous amount of money.
Right. That's crazy.
It's funny because he goes to Bubba's grave and he says, "I took the 24,000 blah 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 after I took Mama out for a nice dinner.
Yes,
I
yeah.
bought a new suit, got a haircut."
Oh, that's right, because he sends
He's
his
so
mama
honest.
the check.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
yes.
she like
her half.
dies basically because she
Gives
sees
her
the amount.
a 15
Well,
to
no,
17,000.
that
Or is that towards
is
the end?
after they hit it big with
Oh,
the shrimp.
okay.
Well, he
Alright.
gave her half after. Oh.
Well,
I
did
thought
he
it
give her money? He went and visited her,
Are you stupid or
and
something?
she says
Are you
that.
stupid
But
or
I think he
something?
used all the money to buy the boat.
Yeah.
All the money that he had left. She
Uh-huh.
didn't give her anything until after
Oh, okay.
he hit it
Yeah,
big,
yeah, yeah.
and
I want to watch Forrest
then
Gump again.
she's shown
Yeah.
being served shrimp because she's
Oh
majorly
my.
rich.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What question does Alan ask the woman at the desk at Caesar's Palace? There's actually two answers for this, but I was looking for
Oh.
one.
It's on The Hangover.
Yes, it's a hangover. This is one, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have Wi-Fi or isn't that what it is? Like
Payphone.
So there,
Is it a
okay, so
payphone?
there's actually three questions he
Because
asked.
he has a beeper that's going off.
So he said,
Oh, I know the other one. Is this the real Caesar's Palace?
Yes.
that's what made me
Or
ask
no,
the question.
did Caesar
She's
Caesar
like, well,
live
he
here
asked
or
that, and
stay
she's like,
here?
what do you mean? He's like, did Caesar live here? She's
Yes,
like,
that's what
"No."
it was.
But there's two other questions, and you're close on that.
The
payphone?
So, do you have a payphone bank?
Yeah.
She's like, what do you mean? He's like, a bunch of payphones all together.
Yeah.
There's a phone in your room.
That'll have to do.
But I think the first question was, is this hotel beeper friendly? I'm not getting a sig on my beeper.
That's what it is. Yes. Is this beeper friendly? Not getting a sig on my beeper. Who owns a
Mm.
beeper in the late
That was 2000s.
like
That was
2009?
2006,
Yeah.
8,
7.
7. Yes, because we were still living here.
All right. How do the kids' parents die?
I don't remember what movie this is now.
There's a lot of movies that have kids' parents die.
Jumanji.
Oh.
Oh, in a ski accident.
Correct.
Alex loves Jumanji.
Well, we were thinking about going up to the mountains above.
No! We need
I
to
mean-
start right away.
Yeah, we need to start today.
How many acts of indiscretion is Samantha Cole accused of?
7.
Several.
7.
Correct.
Oh, is it several or 7?
7.
7.
Oh, okay.
7
7
acts of
acts.
indiscretion. Only one of which he has any proof of.
What's the indiscretion? Sex?
Yeah, the times that
Yeah.
she cheated on her husband.
Oh, the evidence is the recorder.
Right.
Yeah.
If that's going to be your next question.
I'm a brunette.
I think we can go back to the tape. Maybe he'll tell us there. I'm a brunette!
Oh, thanks.
Gotta watch that movie
What does
Jeez.
Stanley shove into the pencil sharpener when Tina is at his desk?
A pen.
Ballpoint blue
Correct.
pen.
Yes. I know that one.
Oh, speaking of, that's the mask.
Yeah.
IGN is doing a tournament of best superhero movies, and they pitted up The Mask versus Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I don't consider The Mask a superhero.
I don't consider it
It's a comic
superhero.
book,
Yeah, it's just. I
so
don't know.
it's an anti-hero. Actually,
I-
the Mask is supposed to be like a Deadpool, kind of like a bad good guy.
Right?
So
I don't think you can compare the two, to be honest. I think they're on two different spectrums as far as movies.
it was
Well, I
really
mean,
hard.
Scott Pilgrim is great, but if I was going to pick one that I liked better, it'd be The Mask.
I know, but
I
that's,
chose
I think
Scott
that's
Pilgrim.
just because we have we have a nostalgia factor
agree.
on top of it. So I think that we're gonna be too biased
I agree.
I was biased on Scott Pilgrim.
or whatever.
Right.
I like both movies
Why is Emotep scared of cats?
because they're protector of the underworld.
Correct.
That's
Anybody
mummy
that
knowledge.
I like. So that was the
You might want to
history.
save your mummy question.
That was
for
like
if
the
we do
history I
mummy
did
again.
like. All right, I was very interested from like middle school until like all the way through the rest of my schooling career. I really liked doing any type of Egyptian stuff. I was really into that stuff. So yes, cats are protectors of the underworld.
They were praised.
What,
They're half in, half out.
What rank is Hummel?
Who's Hummel? What movie, Josh? I don't know.
Are you talking about The Rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then you can answer that.
General. No, Major. Oh God.
Major General?
Well, that is a rank. That is a rank.
I know. I was saying, was he Major General? Lieutenant?
He's definitely
Corporal?
not a lieutenant. He's definitely
Captain?
not a corporal.
I'm trying to
Just
remember.
spitting out.
I'm trying to no,
ranks.
because at the end they give him his Sergeant General.
No.
No?
I don't know, man.
So in the flashback during Vietnam, he was a major.
Okay.
But there's a point on the telephone. I believe it's the first time he talks to the Pentagon. He's like,
This
"This
is
is Brigadier General Francis X. Hummel from
Brigadier
Alcatraz.
General.
Out."
Sergeant General's right below that, I believe.
Don't ask me ranks. I don't know. I know Captain's up there.
Because David Morse was major, and he was second in command.
It's like that's a simple order. Major.
Major.
It's not so simple, Frank. I love The Rock.
We should watch that again. Cause
There's a lot of these movies where like
I've
we
seen,
just need to have
I think I've seen The Rock once or twice. That's it.
what?
Yes.
Get out of town.
No.
I can say that
Do you
entire
own-
movie
don't
line
you
for line.
own that?
No, I
Oh,
wish
I'm
I
sure
did.
I'm sure it's in the basement. If it's Sean Connery, Mom's got it.
You know what's stopping us from watching Back to the Future is it's not on any streaming service and no one we know owns it.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, then we'll borrow it then.
Okay.
I don't know how we're gonna between now and next Monday.
Well,
He
you
can
just
drop
bring
it off. He
over.
lives
Oh.
down the street.
It's
Okay.
It's Blu-ray, but you haven't.
Yes, we do. Yes,
Why doesn't Bill like Jonas?
that would be Twister.
It's because Jonas like stole his design and like stole his research and
Well, he didn't like him before that, and that's the answer I'm looking for.
He's corporate, sold out.
Correct.
okay.
We all started out in the same lab together. Jonas went out and got himself some corporate sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it for the money, not the science.
I don't remember that line really much when I was growing up. I just remember he was a jerk because he had all the same colored vehicles.
He's a jerk because he has all the same color vehicles.
Corporate money.
All them teeth, but no toothbrush.
Oh, I love it. I love
So
it.
that's all I got. I did forget a question for Con Air.
I love Con Air. Do you have it?
I'll have to think of it real quick.
Oh, okay. We gotta talk about this gender reveal that we shared on our Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Now this is a sad story, but it's also a stupid story at the same
Oh, wait,
time.
I got it now.
Okay.
What unit was Cameron a part of?
He was a ranger. Yeah,
Correct.
he was a ranger. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So there was a gender reveal. People are stupid, but people have their ways, you know. So a gender
you
reveal.
learn.
What?
How you learn?
Well,
Gotta be
this is-
stupid
This
to
guy ain't
learn.
learning
He
anymore.
didn't learn
not,
anything.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
So a gender reveal device explosion killed a father to be. So the story is this 28-year-old Christopher Peckney.
He was assembling the device when it exploded in his town. There's no other details on the device that have been revealed to the public. He basically the device exploded, and he had his brother there with him, and his brother went to the hospital with severe burns. So
Must have been a really big explosion if it killed him.
a lot of these gender reveals are firework based.
Firework based, yeah.
So explosions.
Like I'm fine with the little what are the poppers with the pink and blue in it. Like
I find gender reveals to be a little pretentious when it
I think
comes
they're
to the
stupid.
parents.
Honestly.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have children.
I'm very old school, and I've said from the beginning, before gender reveal was a thing, if and when that time ever happens with Josh and I, like we'll announce that we're pregnant, but together we both decided, I think, from before we were even married and we knew we were gonna get married, it was like I don't want to know, and you were like, yeah, I don't want to know either. I think it's meant to be a surprise. I mean, if you want to do it, I mean, that's your choice, but and a lot of people that have had kids are like, oh, trust me, you want to know, you could prepare, and I'm like, I think that's the fun of it. Like, you can get all the basics, that's fine. I don't have to have my baby in pink and blue.
Right.
I can get all the basics at the baby shower and then throw another party later.
Right. Well, yes, but then you're asking the same friends to get you gifts twice.
Well, what's a gender reveal then?
Well, I don't.
The first part.
Do they get you gifts at a gender?
They would give you a basic.
Is the gender reveal a replacement for the baby shower?
No, I think it's just a celebration. It's not a shower. It's just because they don't know until they pop it.
But the point of a
I've never been to a gender reveal.
Shower is to get the gifts, right?
The shower is a gift, and a shower is generally just for your first kid. It's not for every.
You'll have all the.
Yes, because that's why it's called a shower, and then it's called a sprinkle. I believe after that, it's just you get them the basics versus the first one is this is your first kid, here's everything, and then your second kid you should still have things left over, so it's called a sprinkle. From what I've been told.
It's a party get together. People still have
that just celebrate you guys revealing the gender.
Okay, so no, here's my thought on it. I believe gender reveals to be one last spotlight chance for the parents before their child is born. There's no reason to have these types of parties, to be honest. Don't invite me to one. I don't want to be one. I will complain about the fact that we are celebrating the chromosome of the sperm that was being carried after Nookie, okay?
First of all,
that's what we're celebrating.
Either go or don't go, but if you go, don't complain about being there because that was your choice to go.
Don't invite me to one. I won't go.
No, I'll be there and I'll go and I'll support it, but I'm not gonna do it myself.
I could maybe understand doing it for your first child, but after that,
I could understand the excitement because it's your first child.
Yeah.
First child excitement is huge.
I feel like you're really taking away as soon as that child comes out and you go, it's a girl. Well, yeah, I knew that 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now don't you get the agenda from your doctor and you can send it in without looking at it to a place and they send you the reveal equipment.
Right.
So
yes.
You literally, or you just let someone do it for you. Go buy the stuff for you.
Yeah. People do that.
One of the girls at work had one, and she said she gave the envelope or something to her best friend, and her best friend kept it, and then told certain people, and then set up their gender reveal.
I think I would want to know.
You would?
Yeah.
I mean, it helps to prepare for some people.
That's the only thing I've heard. But I also have somebody I work with who's a man, and he's got 5 kids. And he said he has never known for any of the kids, and he loves it. Yes, he does. He finds he has the same kind of view as me on it. I think it's meant to be a gift of a surprise. You're not supposed to know.
Right.
I just want to know if there's more than one. That's all I want to know.
That's a good thing to know.
I just want to know if there's more than one. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes out, then we can celebrate boy or girl.
I mean, let's not forget.
Or whatever.
Last year, September, 19,000 acres were destroyed in California due to a gender reveal.
Yeah. During the fires.
Yes.
A
pandemic.
And a pandemic. Yes.
So altogether, I don't find gender reveals to be any more beneficial.
Maybe that should be this week's fan topic. What's your opinion on gender reveal parties? Are you old school like me and just you're very fine with not knowing, or are you? Oh yeah, let's go ahead. I think they're awesome.
They're relatively new.
Yeah,
they really are. Actually.
They're within the last few years new. I think
we should swap that.
I mean, we're spending a lot of time on it.
Cover song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I think that would be a good just to see what a mixture of it is.
Make sure we use that one later.
Yeah.
Gender reveals are actually a big essential thing for some families and some families not. we can have that kind of discussion with other people and see what they think.
Mhm.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
But that's not going to deter us from the fact that gender reveals themselves. I find them to be pretty selfish. What do you find them as, Alex? What are you to you?
Pointless.
Okay.
So
We're gonna find out if it's a boy or girl no matter what sometime. You don't have to necessarily celebrate 6 months, 2 months early.
I don't know if I agree they're selfish, but I do think you were close when you said pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's a way to get attention before the baby comes out.
Again, this is coming from 3 people who don't have children.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I might change my
when we have
change my opinion.
When we have, it's like we were just talking about this. Some people having things.
At the same time, I see it.
Also,
I can also see the fun thing about it. It's just something fun to do because you're pregnant. Like it's just, hey, let's just do something fun in the middle of the pregnancy instead of having the shower towards the end. Let's have this we found out what the baby is. Let's just find out together and get it on film. Like, yeah, I can see that, but right. I also feel like it's kind of for me, it feels like a bad juju, like a jinx, because I've always heard like you're not supposed to announce that you're pregnant until you're at least like 10 or 12 weeks, just because there's such a high rate of losing the baby. So you're gonna tell her you're pregnant, and then you're gonna lose it. Just like that's kind of how I feel with like bad juju for gender reveals. So if you do that at 3 months, well, what if you end up like that's just more like, oh, we celebrated all this and then we lost the baby. Like
exactly.
I just feel like you're building it up too much. You should probably build it up to the point of having the baby, because once we already know what it is, you're like, oh, what did you have? What do you have? Like we already know. Like I think it just loses its excitement.
I agree.
In my opinion. That's my opinion.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
Again, all 3 of us have never had a child, so we probably are pissing parents off, but hey, you know what?
It is what it is.
That's my opinion
Josh,
right now. Might
all
change
of
later.
your sisters have children now, right?
I don't know if any of them done.
Yes.
I don't think. Have any of them done gender reveals?
I don't think I know anybody.
I mean, one of my sister Sarah's known of them, and will just up and just say it.
Like, yeah, it's more like we've just been told.
Yeah.
We've not had like a big party about it.
Right.
But my family comes from like not being that flashy type when it comes to those things. I don't know. I
think we should keep the excitement more to like revealing that you're pregnant and then revealing when you have the baby versus something in the middle.
Right.
Like you've already got 2 big things. Hey, I'm pregnant. Woohoo, good for you. All right, 9 months later. Woohoo, I had the baby. Woohoo.
I have a little bit of a guitar story I want to bring up here real quick before we get out of here. This is kind of insane, okay? So a guy built a guitar out of his uncle's skeleton.
What?
Real skeleton.
Does it work?
Yeah. I can show a picture of this. I'll show it up on our YouTube here. So the thing is, he wanted to cremate. Let me read this here. He wanted to get his bones cremated, but after a car accident, after his skeleton was donated to a local college, but they no longer had use for it, so he ended up in a giant wooden box. They refused to cremate him. They didn't want to continue paying rent for the cemetery space either. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So he took matters into his own hands, filing and refiling and filing again, trying to get them to
release the remains.
Yeah. So he got it back, and he assembled a guitar out of the skeleton. So
it's really morbid.
Yeah, I find it morbid. Just kind of like I know that there's people that do this. I don't want to knock you or anything because people have got their own thing. But stuffing your animals.
Well, yeah.
I got my pet's ashes, and I think that's as far as I'm gonna go.
In this case, it almost seems disrespectful to me.
And yes, and then that's the other thing. I think it's disrespectful. Now,
unless
to the
his
body.
uncle said to him,
"Well, he donated his body to science."
But that's not science.
When I die, I make a guitar out of my skeleton.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show this on our YouTube here. Open this image here. So this is kind of weird looking, right? I mean, look at that.
I don't get it.
I mean, it's not.
Where's the guitar?
It's not a.
Well, you put the neck on.
Yeah, you put the neck on top, and then the string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not cool.
Not cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty metal. You know, it's pretty off the chain here. I don't think I could do it. You know,
I think, yeah, that's an actual human skeleton. Like, dude,
up.
just 3D print one.
Right? I mean, in today's day and age. So yeah, he took several close-up photos of the instrument throughout the building process. But his uncle was really into metal, so
I mean, and I'm kind of with Brett. Unless like the uncle said, "Hey, do this," then I just think that's kind of disrespectful. But you know, we don't know the dude and we don't know his uncle, so. But that's just what
his uncle got him into metal.
Okay, but
So.
I'm saying don't take your uncle's body.
Unless you know, if he would be cool with it, I get it. You know.
Yeah, like I said, we don't know the uncle, we don't know the guy, but I just
Isn't that
to
freaking
me
weird?
it's morbid. Like,
Little off.
it's very creepy.
Little off.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, guys.
I have a story.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, I got a
It wasn't
story.
on the board.
I got a story. No, I really don't. But okay.
So it was either last week or the week before I told you, Josh, that I had bought the sequel and the third installment of the Three Ninjas movies.
Oh, why'd you buy the third one? Wait. I'm thinking of Ninja Turtles. Sorry. Yes.
So, as we talked about, the third one brings the original cast back of the three boys. But anyway, so I had said, hey, I can't find Three Ninjas. I thought it was on Disney Plus, and you said it's on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
So I fired it up on Hulu, and within the first 5 minutes, I could tell that it is a different version.
What?
Yes. So, and I know this because I know that movie.
Me too.
Very well.
What's different?
So here's what I want to do. I don't know if I'll be able to explain it to you. To what you need to see it. So I'm gonna go find.
I remember the movie.
Copy.
I remember the movie very well.
I'm gonna find the original copy. I used to have it on DVD. I got rid of it.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna find it, even if I have to buy it used on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do a side by side before I show you, just to make sure I'm not crazy. But I am 98% sure that the version on Hulu is different than either the theatrical or the one that I rented from the video store.
You saw the movie in theaters?
90s. Well, I assume the theatrical version is the one that came out to rent.
They formatted it.
But what I know is that I saw this version that's on Hulu, and I saw it several years ago, and I remember thinking, what is this? So one thing I know that you'll know.
Uh-huh.
In your version, who wins the basketball game at school?
Hold on a second. They lose their bikes.
Okay.
So they lost the game.
There is a version where the boys win.
No.
Yes.
They don't win. They have to have their bikes stolen.
I swear to you, there's a version where they win.
Okay. So what's the one on Hulu? Where they lose?
That one.
Okay.
The one where they lose.
They lose their bikes. I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm like,
are you Mandela affecting this? I think you are.
I swear it.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
That's what I was pointing you at. I was like, we watched a lot of TikTok about the Mandela effect thing.
So when
this might be the first time.
When and if, and I'm pretty sure I can prove this, we're gonna do a side by side.
Okay.
And it's gonna blow your minds because I know I'm not crazy.
I remember
there's even things in the dialogue when I'm like, so okay, you know at the beginning when Snyder finds out he's been duped with the money. Well, 2 FBI agents come down the stairs and he disarms them. Not in the version that I've seen.
He karate chops the guy and then he just drags him off while the other people do the work for him.
No, that's the undercover guy.
Yeah.
After that, then 2 agents find him and they're like, "You're under arrest." So he acts like he's surrendering.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't show up with anybody else. He runs away the entire time. My version that I remember.
So maybe that's another thing about it.
They added
a
deleted scene.
Yeah,
maybe. Wow.
But there's just it's like
wow.
I'm like,
I love it.
I was watching this and I'm like, there's very specific parts of dialogue that I remember and I'm like, that's not the way it was said.
I'll have to watch it actually. I think I might watch it tonight.
So
because it's one of my favorite.
I'm going to
movies.
make it replay on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And if I don't find it, then I'll just buy it on eBay.
When you going? I'll go with you.
Know.
I'll go with you. Josh got nothing to do.
Probably. I'm gonna actually go back to BioLife this week, so it'll probably be before or after that.
Okay. Right on. All right, so we should probably get out of here, right? I mean, we've hit our mark here.
Yeah.
Alex, you want to plug your Twitch?
Yeah, so I'm on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now I'm into Season 2 Call of Duty Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I've actually been on a really, really good POG streak of
Play of the
Season
game
2.
is what that means.
Yeah.
Like she gets the best play of the game.
I get the best play of the game or the top score.
Well, the video that just came out was 100. You made it to 100 play of the games.
And then
on
last
your YouTube.
night I was at 129.
Yeah, you're almost at 130. Yeah,
Yeah,
so 30
just-
more since then.
30 more since then already. But
That's
yeah, I
crazy.
also have a YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/QKitty. So yeah, check that out. There's plenty of content there, along with my brand new video that's up.
All right, if you want to follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can catch me streaming. So far, the schedule is Tuesday, Thursday evening, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. That's so far my schedule. This Tuesday and Thursday morning, at least Tuesday morning, I'll be doing Super Mario Maker on stream. And then Tuesday night, either Fall Guys or I am starting up a brand new stream type, which is where I do artwork on stream. I'll be doing Patrick's Twitch stream stuff on stream. So he wants to be able to eyeball it as I'm going along. So he commissioned me to do that, and I'm going to do it for him. So I'm going to do that on stream either Tuesday or Thursday evening. So make sure you're checking out my channel for that. As far as our podcast goes, we would appreciate it if you guys are hitting that like button on our YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed to the podcast, please be sure to do so. And make sure you hit that bell to be notified for when we do our podcast every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to follow us on any of our social media, we are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can just search at PTO Unlimited on Twitter, PTO Unlimited _podcast on Instagram, and PTO Unlimited on Facebook. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is at Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
Final note. I actually have a few here.
Okay.
So today was actually kind of a milestone because I re-signed my lease for the 4th year.
You don't stay in that place.
Yeah,
you don't stay in
usually
places
stay
very
in
long.
place very long.
Generally, I don't, but this
No.
is the longest that I've ever been in one unit as far as residence. So that was kind of cool.
I really miss your central air.
Me too. We're gonna find out more about that in the summer, but
Yeah.
it's not like you guys don't come over anymore. So what do you care?
We just came over.
We just came over last
For
night.
the first time in like 6 months.
Yeah, when's the last time you invited us over to do that?
I stopped trying because no, we're streaming tonight.
Well, because
You just gotta pick a
we-
night during the week.
you just heard our stream
or
schedule.
we have to
that
do
we're
it
not
during
gonna
like
do
the
it during
afternoon.
week.
We have to
No,
do it during the
that
afternoon.
may be, but the only afternoon really is Sunday, and we had football season.
Well, we also
football's over.
had, yeah, now football's over. So yeah, we're perfectly fine doing that.
So anyway, did you notice the bush?
Yes,
we pointed.
Did you do it?
Did you do it?
I know, I noticed it today.
Oh, we noticed it
somebody,
yesterday.
Somebody came back and pulled the panties out of his bush.
They did. It's gone.
It's probably the maintenance people.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're probably like, dude,
But-
how long have these been here?
But I wouldn't want to
Dude's
say
a freak.
you commented on my posters.
Yeah,
Josh,
I really
you
like
didn't.
the Back to the Future.
What are you saying? I said I like them.
You didn't. No, you didn't.
I was looking at the Jurassic Park when I said I like this one,
Yes, you
I
did.
don't remember.
and then I said you need to get a Lost World one.
Yeah.
I did put up.
You did say that.
Okay.
You weren't paying attention to a
was
thing I
just busting
said,
balls.
and I unbusted them because I
did,
was proving myself, yo.
I did put up Back to the Future today.
Oh, okay. It's a very large poster.
Yeah, it was big. I wanted to do 27. It's 27 by 40.
It reminds me of like an actual movie theater poster that they have
because
like
it is.
like I'm talking about like when you go to the
At the movie
theater.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Like the standard size is 24 by 36 is what she's saying, and this is larger. Than
This
that.
is like when you go to the
Oh,
movie
okay.
theater and you're seeing.
I thought you
you're
meant the actual.
It's not production size that gets sold to the average public.
I see.
No.
Oh, well, I
Will
was
you
helping you
let
out.
me
Fuck
finish?
you, I'm out. All right.
Will you let me finish? When you're walking down the halls, you know, and you're seeing like all the movie theater posters that are hung up and it says coming soon or coming in May 4th or whatever. It
That is
reminds
what
me
a
of
movie
that.
poster is. It's an advertisement for the movie. All of them are.
No,
What do you?
I think because it has like the credits down below. Is that
All
what
of them
you're
have
trying to
that.
say?
All of them have that. Find yourself a Jurassic Park one, you'll see the same thing. All over the place. I've seen the black ones with just the regular logo.
I'm
Don't
trying
give
to
me
say
that head
it
shake.
It reminds me of going to the movie theater. How about that? That's it. I'm on zip it.
I gotta. show you.
Okay.
See, so it has the credits down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Is
A lot of them
is that
do.
What you mean?
When you
Yeah,
go
but,
to
like-
the movie theater
Okay.
and there is a lineup of posters at the bottom and it's in a frame and it's a large poster. It says hey, this movie's coming out on this date, or it's just like the advertisement for it reminds me of that with how large the poster is.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm trying to say.
That is what it is.
That's exactly what I was saying too.
I don't understand.
We gotta get out of here.
Wait a
guys.
minute, I'm
Wait.
not done.
Okay, I thought you were.
So that's 27 by 40, and I was going to do 27 by 40s on that whole wall, but they take up more space than I thought.
Yeah, they take
So
up
I'm
a
gonna
lot
have
of
to.
space.
I'm gonna have to up for.
You're gonna have to
Like,
go.
I'll do
the back of your
27
house.
for 40s, 27 by 40s for those 3 movies, and I'll
It's like
lower the
2.5
size.
feet each, basically with spacing. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot. It's a lot. All right, is that all?
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
all.
All right, so we're gonna actually end it here on the video, but we do have a voicemail to listen to. It's been suggested that we react to these voicemails, so we have one to listen to. So in audio form, you have to go to our audio podcast, listen to the end. That's where it's gonna be at. So make sure you guys are staying for that. We're gonna listen to this and get on out of here. We appreciate you guys for joining us for episode 245. You guys have anything else to say?
Nope.
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 All right, let's go, guys. Bye. We'll catch you next week.